welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a quick love reading spread to see the energy currently surrounding you in your love life. This is a collective message, so if the message doesn't fit, please do not make it fit. I'll be with you for the next 6 to 10 minutes. And you're holding on to the past. You have 3 of Wands in reverse. You're holding on to. It's a past connection. C is what can you do to be unstuck? Working through some insecurities and self-doubt, lack of confidence. We're dealing with an energy that's extremely aggressive, no sense of direction, unpredictable. Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords in reverse came out. This person is blunt, rude. You can be blunt, you don't have to be rude. There's no regard for your emotion and how you're feeling. Okay, so what I'm getting is holding on to a past connection. You're restricting yourself from moving forward because you're probably expecting this person to come back. You're trying to see if there could be some progress with this person. I'm going to clarify why you're holding on to the past just to see if it gives me some confirmation, because it could be something other than matters of the heart. Perhaps you have children with this person, so let's see. So the situation ended, but you don't want to let it go. So I'm getting a repetitive message here. So it's not because of any attachments. You just don't want to let the connection go because you love the person. Understandable. So you did eventually let go of this situation after failed attempts of trying to make this situation work. But the situation left you feeling insecure and empty. More so, this was a codependent connection. And when this person no longer wanted to be with you, you felt like you lost a sense of yourself and your identity, because you have the Empress in reverse. So you lost your confidence because of the rejection. You're probably a person who always gets what you want and connections, and normally you're the person who walks away. So see, what can you do to get out of this energy? Or what is the recommendation for you? Move these cards up so that you can actually see them. See how I have the spread. Person must really have you in a depressive state because my stomach is starting to hurt. Has you in a energy where you are so depressed that you're missing out on opportunity, having delays, you're spending recklessly, you're doing anything to try to make yourself feel better. What are you, shopping? You're going out on a shopping spree to try to put on a face? Can you tell me about this Knight of Swords in reverse? I'm already seeing the energy that this Knight of Swords in reverse is a jerk. But let's see. So this person is popped up as a King of Pentacles in reverse. So you're dealing with somebody that's broke. They're fiscally irresponsible. Come on, collective. You losing sleep and you stressing out over somebody that's not even good for you. Let's humor ourselves and see what is the love message this person has for you. I can tell you intuitively that there really isn't anything for me to really give you as far as advice, because you already know. You already know what you need to do. You're just going through the motions because you feel feelings for this person. This is a person that you were dealing with that constantly was chasing you. And now that they finally got you, all of a sudden they're interested in moving a different direction. What is the love message? What is it that this person want to say? Not that it really matters, because actions speak louder than words, but what does this person want to tell you? I have 2 cards that split out for you. You have Coffin and the Runner. Confirmation of what I intuitively already said. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to go, ego. So give me a second, let me get something to drink. Something stuck in my throat. So this is a codependent connection. This person has fear of intimacy and they're listening to their ego, which is they have a harem of women. So they just want to just explore just to explore. No direction, no, they're not currently thinking about settling down. They're just looking to go wherever they can get their needs met for the time being. Bouncing from person to person. Coffin, endings, bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. Exactly. This person wants to be liberated. They don't want to be tied down. Okay. You also have the Chariot that came out for you in your outcomes. So let's see. I'm getting an indication that you will come out of this energy. But Spirit, give me a card for any suggestions that you may have for our collective. Give me a card for recommendation that you may have. Person who resonates with this reading. Know your integrity. Be honest with yourself. Move out of that energy of being powerless because you have control over your own life. When I ask Spirit, well, I don't have to be repetitive because you heard what I asked. When I ask Spirit to give me some advice for a suggestion for you, for this energy that you're in, I receive King of Swords in reverse. So Spirit wants you to maintain some semblance of structure. Do not be irrational. Remain logical in the situation that you're dealing with. Stand on your integrity and be honest with yourself. Spirit is trying to tell you that the energy that you're being in or working within is absolutely okay, but within reason, because we don't want you to be reckless. We don't want you to be creating unnecessary debt, you know, because you're spending, you're going on a shopping spree. You're probably listening to your friends around you that's telling you, you know, don't sit up in the house, go out on dates. All of that is fine, but make sure you stand on integrity and be honest with yourself. Don't be out here sleeping around with different people just to get over a person. You know, a lot of people like to say that you need to get under someone to get over someone. You do not have to get under someone to get over someone. You have to sit in the energy and actually go through the motions of grieving the loss, because, you know, you had feelings for someone. It was a connection, and the connection didn't work out, and now you're mourning. Depending on how intense your emotions were for that person, the loss is more or less going to feel like you're actually grieving the death of a relationship, or the death of a person, because that's exactly what it is. The person, you had expectations in the connection that you were with, the person failed you. More or less, you failed yourself, because 9 times out of 10, there were some signs that were there. You probably just overlooked them. I mean, unless you're dealing with a person who is completely narcissistic, and that's not what I see in this spread currently. I mean, this is not a deep spread. This is just a quick 5-card spread, but based on the cards that has come out at this moment, I'm not getting the energy that this person is specifically narcissistic. I'm getting the energy of you are upset and in a depressive state because this connection didn't work out, and you already told yourself that this connection wasn't for you. You second guessed yourself. You already felt like this person was no good for you. You had standards that you generally lived up to, but this person kept, you know, chasing you down, and you had a weak moment, more or less because you probably felt like you haven't found anyone of any substance, and you essentially were getting bored, and you wanted some type of comfort. You wanted companionship. So you made a mistake. I wouldn't even really call it a mistake, because it's a part of your growth. This is just, you know, teaching you, if nothing else, why you should stand on your principles and not waver for anyone. I'm going to pull you an oracle message, even though I feel like this reading is self-explanatory, but I'm going to pull you an oracle message and see what Spirit has to say to you. 1 second. Okay, stay with me here. I'm going to read. This is something that I want you to sit with, because this is how I'm going to close the reading. I'm not really going to go into depth on my interpretation of the card. I'm just going to explain to you the card as is. But the Navy Trail. When I am somewhere else, my life will have meaning. Mrs. Patriot, the oldest woman in the town of Blue, decides she is ready to set out across the deadly swamp and walk the Navy Trail that no one has dared tread before. The wise youngster points out that the swamp has vanished, and the path she seeks is already before her. Mrs. Patriot sees that her life is not elsewhere, but is in the here and now. As Mrs. Patriot travels home, the Navy Trail stretches out before her. You may be on a quest that is unnecessary. Allow yourself the space for self-discovery. It is time to take a risk. Where in my life do I need to walk my talk? So this is a takeaway for you. Write down 5 truths about yourself. Look at your list and close your eyes. Imagine the Navy Trail stretched out before you. You may see images or hear a song or feel the sun on the path. Allow all sensations. When you are ready, open your eyes. Did you come to any new awareness about your truths? That's what I have for you today. Namaste. Be well.